Oh man, Smurf, you're so fast. Alrighty. Every time. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we are here back in my Mustang, and today's topic, the Procharger. So I've been getting a lot of feedback from you guys. It's been overwhelmingly positive, which has been awesome. It still hasn't hit me yet that every time I turn the key in this car, I get that whoosh sound every time, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I boosted my car. So I've driven around on the Procharger for a little while, and I'm gonna give you guys my feedback on how my experience has been over these past days. So first things first, you guys have probably seen the install video. However, the install completely lived up to their word. We didn't have to cut anything, and if we followed the directions 100% right, then we probably would have got it on sooner. But there's still always the little nitpicky trial and error things you do when you install something this big. Because you're taking a car, hello police, because you're taking a car that was originally naturally aspirated and you're putting forced induction on this engine. You know, is it gonna blow up? Is it gonna do this? Is it gonna break up? How much PSI should I be pushing on a stock engine? All these things add up. So when I met Procharger, as you can imagine, I picked their brain. I asked them every possible scenario. Can I drive this cross country? Does elevation change affect anything? Would it be okay in a higher elevation? I wanted something out of the box that I could put it on the car and then just drive. I didn't have to deal with any stupid crap. And you know what? Procharger delivered. I'm not just saying that because here I am driving at 2,000 RPM and it's driving just like it did before it was supercharged. So of course you can prove a forced induction system when you're in wide open throttle. You're like, oh crap, it's definitely working, or it's really not working. However, in my opinion, a forced induction system impresses me when you can casually drive it around and it could be a daily driver. And that is essentially what I'm doing right now. See, just ease into it, into fourth, and now into fifth. Voila. And by the way, it's super awesome that my intercooler is ridiculously hidden under my honeycomb grill. People have no idea, it's awesome. But when you put it in the higher RPM range, you start to hear the blower start to work, and it's intoxicating. The amount of boost that's going through my engine now is 7.5 pounds of boost. Now the power estimate for that is 600 plus crank horsepower and probably somewhere between 530 and 540 wheel horsepower. If you're gonna sit there and go, that's not a lot of horsepower, it is a huge jump compared to what I just had. That basically means I gained over 100 wheel horsepower just by doing 7.5 pounds of boost. But you're not sacrificing anything. I still have AC, I still have heat. Everything runs normal. My gas mileage is barely changed at all. One thing I am really happy to report is I am still on the tune provided by Procharger out of the box. It's good for wide open throttle, it's good for cruising, it's good for long trips. When you go into different elevations, the ECU is going to detect it and account for it. But does that mean you should not data log? No, you should data log, just in case. Now what is data logging? Data logging is when you take your laptop and you plug it into your computer and you plug it into your tuner and you record the data of everything that is going on inside the engine. You have to make sure you have a Windows computer and also your tuner, or however you plug your laptop into your OBD2 port or whatever port system you have. Now the only problem that I was having so far with this system wasn't even with the system, it was my error. What happened was The kit is designed for a 100% stock Coyote engine. I switched out my aftermarket throttle body back to my stock throttle body. Now, when the car was naturally aspirated, the aftermarket throttle body came to my advantage. I probably gained a little bit more wheel horsepower. However, when you're boosted, it doesn't really matter as much anymore. Plus, you sacrifice a little bit of drivability and you get check engine light codes, and that's just not fun. Then you have to data log back and tell them, hey, can you account for this much air and whatnot. The day it finally got dry outside, it was like 2 more days after we installed the kit that we couldn't get on it because it was completely moist and wet outside. So I finally got to rev out 3rd and 4th gear, and instead of going past 7,000 RPM, my engine wouldn't let me go past 6,800. And it wasn't like a rev limiter bounce, you know, like a pow. It was like a gradual, oh, it's perfect, and stop. And it would hold there. So do you remember that error I just told you about that I did and not Procharger? I forgot to change my spark plugs. What a stupid move. Procharger finally recommended changing my spark plugs, and they were like, oh yeah, what kind of plugs you're using? I was like, wow, what a facepalm moment. So I got the right spark plugs. They were NGK Iridiums, and I gapped them to 35. The best gap for a boosted Coyote on a low amount of boost is between 32 and 35. So to be safe, we put it on 35, we went out, we did 1 pull, and then boom, went right past 7,000 RPM, and everything was gravy. Oh man, Smurf, you're so fast. Don't get me wrong, I've driven plenty of fast cars, but when it comes to like the feel fast factor, the Procharger just has a certain punch that is just nuts. I think a really big factor of my car feeling so quick, or how it spins a little bit more than say Cody's Mustang, is that I have a very short gear ratio in comparison. I have 373s, he has 331s, so his car you can kind of relax and just let the power build. This thing goes, you wanna go? Oh, you better get ready. Punch. Thing is fast. This thing still gets me. I've gotten on it plenty of times now, but this thing still blows me away. Another funny story I want to tell you is that one of the T-clamps, the one going to the throttle body, I didn't tighten enough, and I got on it, and it blew the hose off the throttle body, and I totally thought I blew my engine up, and it was terrifying. But pulled over, popped the hood, the biggest sigh of relief of all time. But just the sound alone of the Procharger makes is so intoxicating. Another thing I'll add is that the Mickey Thompsons really helped, I'll tell you that much. The car will spin all of first, all of second. When I did that pull in first, I eased into first and it was hooking up. But as soon as I got into second, oh, it's game on. All of this with 93 pump gas. It's pretty hard to beat. So the Procharger kit that is on this is a stage 2 intercooled setup by Procharger. The blower is a P1SC, and it has done a fantastic job. Goal of Procharger is to have a centrifugal supercharger setup that turns your car into a monster. The sweet spot's definitely around 4,000 to 5,000 RPM. That is when things really start getting intense. Because, like I said before, when you're under about 3,000 RPM, like I am now, it's like driving a naturally aspirated Coyote engine, which is fantastic. It's a madhouse. So far I have 719 miles on the Procharger, and so far so good. I mean, the NA car alone spun sometimes, but if you're in second or first gear, just Yeah, it's ridiculous. It rips right through it. See, just driving around town with my super stealth supercharger. The best way to describe this blower is disciplined. The power is there when you want it, but every other time, it's just there sleeping. It's just waiting for you to wake it up. I mean, seriously though, it's pretty awesome knowing that there's a sleeping beast hidden under my hood, and then I just go to like this. Just going home, just cruising back, no big deal. All right guys, I hope you enjoyed this little video just kind of demonstrating the Procharger. I really thank you for your support in watching this. Let me hear in the comments below, what do you think about the Procharger? Do you think I shouldn't have done it? Or do you think it's awesome? So I will see you guys next time, and have a fantastic day guys. Stay awesome.